Hi beautifuls, welcome back to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium, twin flame coach. I cover astrology, moon energy and personal development. If you do want to come join us in the members hub, we have private twin flame questions in there. No super chat required. And yes, monthly I come to you live, and during those sessions you're able to ask quick super chat questions. Now for this video, we're going to tune into your psychic energy surrounding your zodiac sign and anything that may come up through this. We will have the extension read should you be interested. Love and light, guys. Sit back, relax, grab a cuppa, and let's get into your update. Hi beautiful Gemini, welcome back. I have pulled the cards and I have sat with the energy and tuned into it, and you do have a very interesting week ahead of you. Now, I do feel some of you, the first message that was coming through to me psychically away from the cards was you may feel part of your life is setting off in a new direction. You may feel as though you're looking back and you're looking at balance in your life and your anything you've been working on. I feel you might have spent a great deal of time, especially with the Seven of Cups here. And I feel your hopes and dreams can come true, but it's almost like you initially were maturing, okay? Whatever that maturing means, it was like your palette was maturing, you were transforming, your benchmark in life was maybe down here and now it's here, and there just seems to be this huge shift, but it's almost like you're tracing back and coming to terms with things, as well as you have been working on new things. So it's like you're trying to compile all that information together and you're regressing back, but you're actually seeing how much you've really directly evolved. And I do feel with Grandmother Earth, you're taking a very mature approach. And it's funny because the Grandmother Earth energy is almost coming through to me very scorpionic in nature. And we are going to be having Pluto going retrograde this month. So that energy is already coming through in your reading of, it's almost like a shift about, a change about, and a quality system. So you're trying to track everything and trace back to where you were, where you are, where you're going. It's what, where, why, how. That's really what you come to. I also feel a situation may arise in the next 2 weeks potentially, especially connecting to those of you who have children, but it is a brand new cycle that you're ushering in at the moment. I do feel some of you also are reaching closure relating to certain subjects, but you're also healing and tying up loose ends. There is one particular individual, and this is coming through more love than anything, where the energy versus the way you're seeing it is very different, and it to you maybe isn't as attractive. It's not to say that you don't love this person, but you're observing, and it may be a family member, but to me it's saying both. It's saying this can be a family member, and it also can be a romantic interest. But there's something's coming up in them at the moment, an emotional feeling. Now, I'm not feeling this as your energy. I feel the jealousy, anything you've wanted, you've really shifted life about, and you've actually put the hard work into it. You've made realistic choices. You've made that dream come true. You're working towards it. You've tracked and traced and seen, so you've earned it. So, what you're trying to leave behind you is naysayers. What you're trying to leave behind you is judgment and you're having forgiveness and love for them, but there's particular individuals in your life at the moment that they're on a different frequency, and it's not that they're there permanently, but there is something with them coming up that is, a little bit distorted, but it's only temporarily. It's an emotion, a pain body experience coming up. So whatever this is in the past that maybe you thought, hey, this could have been a dream come true, it's like you've shifted it about and you've moved it. You do have the two to tango energy. It's like you're willing to take the responsibility, but there could be a circumstance, and I'm going to read it in two terms. I'm going to read it first from the point of view of dealing with this direct individual inside of the connection. Inside of it, you are under the understanding of that you both want to take the ship somewhere. You both want to achieve something. I also feel you're both well and truly ready. It's like the fruit is ripe, can we go? But there's circumstances that are playing out that you're not completely clear on, and I feel it's more crosswise. And the cross wires card, I'm going to tune it to. Let's have a look at what this is. I feel it's more the mind, you know, confusions, communication. When we had Mercury in Pisces, it was causing a lot of issues with, but I think you're tuning into these things too, and it's like, you know, are we moving? They might have been some very emotional memories that came up inside this connection. There also maybe was, it transferred the way you related to the responsibility inside of these connections. Resent might have come up, especially if it was a very one-sided transaction. You know, this can be a child. I feel as though you're in this frame of mind. How do I explain it? Some of you are in this frame of mind that, you know, when you know better, you do better. And it's almost like you're looking at this individual and you're thinking, okay, you know, are we going to have the courage to address the devil in the detail? Are we going to have the courage to be able to speak about these things that are what is paining us? Are we going to speak about this connection of where it's going to go and how it got to where it is? But I do feel, you know, it's mind over matter, but it's actually talking about these things. That's going to be the key. And I feel I feel it's like you're just coming to the table and going, look, this is what I've seen. And it's like you're taking the bull by the horns. Darn right, you're taking the bull by the horns. You're like, look, going to take the mature, grounded approach, Grandmother Earth, to, you know, air the dirty laundry, to talk about these gnarly things, and to trace back to where it is so we both can kind of see where we lost the information and translation. Beautiful art of communication with love. All of us have a different language of love. So some of us, we feel it's by doing things for individuals. Some of us, we feel by it's being there. So somehow something's got cross-wired, and I feel as though you're just going to address it. I feel you coming to the table, very Mars and Gemini. You could be really speaking your truth towards pain and, you know, how you felt silly in some circumstance, and really talking about where the harsh energy there was with, you know, maybe you having to hold the ship afloat and it affecting your health. And I feel this, you know, you not wanting to make any irrational decisions. And if the writing's on the wall with that, I feel the key to it is communication. But I do feel, you know, you don't see the possibility unless you both can come to a resolve. Some of you are feeling as though this person gives to other situations over you. And again, I do feel cross wires. Now, for those of you on a soul connection, if this person is in a connection, I really feel as though you feel you're hearing a lot of white noise, but you're not seeing the direct movement. This could be a very abrupt conversation that comes through, but I feel very personally you're looking at it and you're coming to terms with a lot of things. There is a lot of healing coming through. You may have heart chakra activation through this deep love, regardless of how the circumstances are. Now, if they're in a karmic relationship, I do feel they're really struggling. We will get into that in the extension read, but I do feel they're kind of struggling with this. But you kind of look at it as inevitable, it's going to shift. But watching it, observing it, communicating, or even feeling the vibration at the moment, you can't see why it hasn't kind of cracked, because the cracks are there. There is something shifting about, but I do feel for you personally, this is a very personal week. It's almost like you're deciding what you're going to do. Communication is there. People probably would not want to cross you this week, Gem. All right. And to be like, please don't poke the dinosaur. I'm just saying. Separately, what's coming through for beautiful Geminis this week? Okay, your creative projects are set to be very, very successful. And I think the more you're actually focusing on your bigger plans, I do think this can be causing people around you to be extremely jealous. And I think you've really just come to a point, you've come to love yourself, and you're really deciding very firmly about doing the things that keep life basic, that push you towards that higher goal. I am saying you're going to have a lot of clarity this week, and I do feel this can be bravery to move forward. And definitely you will have the tools, and a lot of things that happened in the past, it's like they're really going to come in handy this week. I also feel as though with your movement forward, you're thinking more long term instead of short term. And I think you're really being very decisive about where you put your energy into. You're making quite decisive changes. I'm just going to quickly look at your chart because I kept saying a house. What's coming up for house for Gemini? Yeah, it's like you're looking at home. Again, if you're working from home, I feel the important factor is to look at the plan. And I think some of you are thinking about, okay, how do you create the healthy boundaries? How do you balance your life? And I think your analytical mind is really going to help you in this way. But be careful who you share your secrets with, because I kind of feel in the past people have taken like advantage of that, and they've taken your ideas. They've looked at you as a muse, nevertheless did you know. But they may have at times really stolen the glory, and I really feel this is your week for glory, and a lot of what you're changing about is really amplifying and pushing it that way. Let's have a look again. Some of you, it's important to tackle the tasks that you need to address this week. And I think that's, the stagnation. Don't think that, this isn't going to change. I do feel if there's been delays and you're needing to leave something behind, it's not permanent. Please don't get into the vibration of you don't have any luck, because there is a lot of finances coming in. I think your self-worth energy is really changing. Anything you feel that has been hidden from you, at an emotional level, I think it's going to come up in a very slight pain body experience, but this is what's bringing you your self-worth energy. This is what's generating in that income and ushering in that high vibration connection. I feel an apology coming in. It's strange because for those of you in a, if you're single, I'm actually seeing this person come in. It's almost like there has been a conversation. It's been very tense, and it's like they're running in to apologize. They may actually be in a connection. But this is shifted. For some reason, it's like, bang, they're realizing the error of their ways, and they're coming in to balance this out, and I do feel there's a great apology. They also understand the value of who you are, and they feel almost like you're pulling away, and it's pulling them towards dealing with the conflict of what it really is and not projecting towards you. Love and light. Do stay tuned for the extension. If you want it, the link is directly below. Stay tuned for these last messages. Otherwise, I will see you every Friday, unless otherwise notified, in the community tab of the Twin Flame lives, both in the members hub and on YouTube. Again, if you do want to go to the members hub, it's below, and we have super chat questions during these sessions. Love and light. I'll see you for next week's. Do look at Sun, Moon and Rising and Venus, because these are psychic in nature. Bye. Thanks for joining us. If you do want the extension read, it is in the link directly below in the box. Also, all the booking information is there. Please subscribe if you do want to have current updates relating to astrology, moon energy, twin flame path. I do have super chats, so if you do feel you can't afford a reading, you can jump through and have a question during the sessions, as well as if you haven't joined my website, please do, because I do put up notifications relating to when I'm coming live, any events coming up, and specials. Take care. I will see you later. Have a great week.